Okay. So for this part, we will be assigning a tangent to our curved line. So this will involve importing the curve library and also defining the anchorage, the, the start to end point of the tangent anchorage, and then we will be also creating the tangent inside the curve library. Okay, so the first step is to click on curve library and click import. There, we will be greeted with the file of the curve library that we have been created earlier. Okay, we will click open, and then um, the indication when the curve library is imported is if the data contains the X girdle that we have created. Okay. So after we have seen the imported curve library, we can click right click and we can import file. And as you can see here, because the skin here is not transparent, we cannot see any, we cannot see the tendon shape in this curve library. That's why we want to click on view and we want to click on this icon and click transparency and click convert model, convert member of model with 0.2 and we will click. And in this case, we will see the, the curve library is transparent. Okay, so after that, we want to click on the tangent and we want to find the anchorage. Okay, we want to find the anchorage. We want to use the database. Again, this is based on your project. If your project has a customized anchorage size, you can just unclick the DB and you can add your own customized uh, dimension. But if you want to use the database, in this case, in this example, you will use the database ECL, the DB of E6-19. Okay. As you can see, in the tenant language, we have obtained the tenant language there. Okay, so after that, we want to click on tangent and we want to click on create. Then we click on the tangent group. Okay, we want to also check the default host path and we want to select the reference member of this member. So just drag to select like this. And then for the y direction of section, because this is the x direction, right? We want to make sure that the y direction is this one and there this one. So as you can see, the y direction is seen in this direction. Don't worry, this number is okay if you have a different number, as long as the direction is in the y direction. Okay. And after that, you can click on the tangent group here. Okay. After you click the tangent group, you will see the tangent property tangent editor here. Okay. This shows you the section view, the side view, and the top view of the of the member. Okay. And the first thing that we want to do is click on property. Okay. And keep this keep this uh, keep this data uh, as it is, and then we want to change the strand diameter to 15.2 with a maximum strand of 17. This is Based on example, again, if you have a different number based on your project, you can do so. And also the diameter of the duct is 0.0. Okay, and then you want to click on the create in here, create tab, and then we still use the longitudinal for the tendon because the tendon will be in the longitudinal side, not the transverse side. And we keep all of this data, but we will click on the start point and end point to include anchors that we have been created earlier. So all of the section material is confirmed, but the one that has not been confirmed is the coordinate of the tendon itself. Because this is a 3D model, that's why we want to go to the coordinate. And in this example, the file example that we have been downloaded from our website, cim.refine.site, you can click on the Excel here, and then you can copy the data here, copy, and then paste here, okay, and then you can click on voila. This is the tendon that has been inserted to the curve line. Okay. Because this exported data from the Excel has been inserted to the model here. Okay. If you want to check if the data that has been inserted is correct, you can click on the page and you can click on the structure tree here. Okay. And then you can see. Sorry. So if you want to see all of the member or the tendon or the rebar, you can click on the work tree here. Okay. And then you can click on the object. So the object will include the member. The member is the structural, the graph library, the point library, the assembly will be in here. The structural member that is inside that library. And in the tendon side or in the rebar side, it will also be inserted in here. So as you can see, this is the tendon group 1, tendon group 2, tendon group 3, and tendon group 4. Okay, and after that, if you want to uh, if you want to see whether or not the, for example, the tendon group 1, tendon group 1, this part is wrong, you can click on T1 and right click and modify, and it will show you the side view, the top view, and section view of the tendon itself. See here, and the coordinate table. You can also see the number here, and you can check whether or not if it is similar to the external tendon for T1 in the data.